Hello everyone, as we are part today on this interview with our esteemed product innovation expert, let's keep in mind the wise word from Steve Jobs. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Today we have the opportunity to learn from our guest expertise and discover the strategies and mindset required to stay ahead in the fast-paced world of product innovation. So let's get ready to be inspired and explore the art of creating groundbreaking products. Today we have a special guest, Daniel. Just say hello to the audience.
Hi everyone.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, you just finished 2 days in really intensive workshop. And how you feel today?
Relaxed. Actually, I sleep very early yesterday afternoon, evening, but Vietnam coffee woke me up this morning.
Well, I heard that you really love the coffee in Vietnam.
Yeah, I've been drinking Vietnam coffee for more than 12 years.
12 years?
12 years every day.
That's a lot every day.
Every day.
Right. So, besides the coffee, what Vietnamese food have you tried last few days?
I try a lot of different food, the rice paper,
Right.
and some noodles, and also dessert. There are a lot of choice of dessert. Fruit is very fresh and very organic, natural.
So very right. So what food you like the most?
Still coffee.
Still coffee, right? Okay.
Especially Vietnamese style coffee. It's a coffee, strong coffee with condensed milk.
Yeah.
Sweet milk.
So it looks like you really like the really strong coffee, right?
Yeah, actually, it's the reason I like Zhongwen in Chinese 中原 creative aid. So actually, why it's a source of inspiration of me. On the box it says, strong coffee, much strong coffee is what awake us.
But the awakener.
Awakener.
Yeah, awakener.
Awaken the awakener.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, today we will talk about the product discovery, hard innovation, and soft innovation. Daniel, can you share a little bit about the journey with the innovation?
It's a quite hard question because it's hard to say when and where I start the journey of innovation, because there are simply some are so small and some are big, but it's hard to say where is it, and it's too small that you can barely notice the part. But I think that's very important, and I usually used to try something different, something new. Even if do something traditional on Europe, I'm also interested in combine something unusual. I think that's important kind of mindset. Maybe back to my career. So after I start with my product development, I used to be a developer, a C# developer, and lead and manager, building product for 10 years. But after 10 years of work, being development, I'm interested in promoting Agile development, also product development in China and the community. So at that time I visited Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City twice, and so I'm lucky to be one of the earliest Agile Coach in China, and I also became the first Certified Scrum Coach in Asia in 2010. But I'm kind of I don't enjoy the boring. I don't enjoy exploring the kind of make sure my journey, life journey and work journey kind of interesting, and a lot of introduce some randomness. So being a coach and trainer for a while and make me feel bored. So I think I need to start try to do something. So since 2014 I start building my own products. There are a few a few business I started involved. My current one is called Xmove. Xmove is used to be called G2 Rail. Now G2 Rail, because the traffic is so high, it's a product and service to sell train ticket. So for travelers to go to another country, it's very hard for them to take public transportation. So my solution, my service is to help them to travel eco-friendly and low cost, safe. At the same time, safety, make sure that it's safe. So while I'm building, I'm the main developer also. So I'm doing this, and now it's called Xmove because we want the brand Xmove for international overseas travelers, and we keep the G2 Rail thing is for China.
Okay, see. So what I understand that the journey starts when you become a developer, and then the Agile, join the Agile communities very early.
Yeah, because I'm developer, I want to try something. That's why I get exposure to continuous innovation, this kind of new ideas as a .NET developer at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, so that you share that you have been in Asia, especially Vietnam, about a long time ago with the Agile Club or Agile community in Vietnam, right? So that after 10 years you came back here into Vietnam, and what you see the difference?
The difference
of the Vietnam between the time you've been before Vietnam.
Actually, I see the reason why I come back is one period more coffee. Certainly, it's one factor, but I think more importantly, when I first visit Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, I haven't got a chance to been to Hanoi 10 years back. So I was quite surprised to see it's the people here, also the young generation here, they are very open to new ideas and very passionate. I was impressed. Especially, we had the 3-day CSPO course. Actually, I talked to my partner, John Yu from Taiwan. He said, have been in my training since 2017. And he said, this is the noisiest, with the biggest noise, most noise in my course in history.
Okay.
So that just proves, they are not arguing, they are not fighting, they are, they can learn discussion and sharing ideas. So this is something, it impressed me, and that's why I want to keep coming back. Even the price is lower than other countries. Also because I want to be involved, because I see, in the country have a very good, future. So I want to be part of the change.
Yes. So that in short that you see that there are a lot of change happening in last more than 10 years.
Yes.
Okay, so that we see a lot of change, a lot of innovation. So there are many kind of definitions of innovation from many well-known people. But what's your definition about innovation?
I believe there are so many different kind of definition of innovation, but one definition I like very much is called something not expected, but beyond the expectation. So something totally new. But most people talk about innovation should be big or abstract and like a dream. But for me, in my opinion, mostly the innovation can be very, very small and detailed and unnoticeable. So for me, you can do very simple things to create something, and some function, something never existed before. And for example, even target a different customer.
Just totally new.
Yeah, just show you, for example, how to pronounce. You know how to pronounce? No, it's Chinese. Because it's our creation, our innovation. This Chinese called means enlightening and kind of light.
So it's surprise.
Yes, also using there as a box. What this box means?
Thinking out the box.
Thank you. There is an apple. This apple.
Yeah.
There are three famous apples in human history. So this kind of think out of box thinking is very important. So even you do, for example, run conference, for example, Agile Vietnam, we can do a big difference. So I think that you can see on innovation everywhere.
Okay, see. Okay, thank you. So, for you, how many kinds of innovation?
I think it's still a hard question how to categorize.
Right.
But something I enjoy, some kind of categorization, and I enjoy. Also, I teach in my course. I think it's which I learned from my hero, my idol, Seth Godin, from his book. It's called Free Price. And one definition is called the soft innovation versus the hard innovation. And I've been teaching this.
I saw that in the 3-day class you share with listener about the hardcore innovation and soft innovation. Right?
Yeah.
So it's from the free price by Seth Godin.
Okay.
Cool. Explain a little bit about hard and soft innovation.
So one I think one concept. So first, I need to clarify one concept is called creative edge.
The edge.
EDG edge. Creative edge. Creative edge means the kind of focus, attention, or direction of your innovation. For example, most companies, a lot of so-called in narrative creative companies, or they have creative innovation department or something. They spend invest heavily on, for example, technology, research and development. Something also very common creative edge is media. A lot of ads or how to. Another common thing is user experience, for example, and another big, for example, business model. So you see, these are examples of creative edge. The problem with this common creative edge is because on the very bottom, when no one notices that, so the return you can invest only a bit, the return is very high, and you can have a very good benefit. But once most create innovative team, they found this common edge. They try to duplicate your creative edge because these common edges attract attention for many companies.
Big companies.
Yes, big and small companies, and they try to at the beginning maybe if no one notices this, because most apps are ugly, your user experience is good, so that you can invest only a bit and you get very high return. The ROI is very very good. But once most people notice that, then it's become the only way you make it more beautiful or more cooler experience, and another way is to compete the price. So if everyone competes, the ROI will be low because your competitor will distract some people to their product. So the return on investment, you invest more and more, but the return is less than less, and the risk is higher because you spend too much. So actually, these are the common edges. Most so-called innovative companies or startups look at. And if for the product service, you look at these kind of common edges, I will say it's kind of hard innovation.
So what I understand, the hard innovation seems to be very big. You spend a lot of time, but the ROI is not really as expected, right?
Right. I'll give you some. For soft innovation, I'll give you some example. Maybe, for example, this in my wallet. Actually, this is what's this?
This is the card.
This is the card.
The check-in card.
Yeah, check-in card. Check-in card is a check-in. Check. IN is a hotel in Taipei.
No, tell me.
But why I bring this?
Because you want to use that again?
No, it's because it's a surprise. When I first time I booked this hotel, it's next to my training venue in Taipei. So I went there and I checked in, and they gave me this card and say, I see, the color is it kind of different. So this is your room card. And in addition to this, they said also in this card there are 100 Taiwan dollar.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much in Vietnam dollars, but so you can use this card to take public transportation in Taiwan.
So it's 2 in 1.
Combine the two functions in one. And the money is not much, and actually I pay the money, but it's a kind of unexpected. And no one has done this before.
Okay.
And I think it's interesting,
Yes.
So when I check out, so I asked, can I bring this home? Because curiosity is very important. So I want to, because this is useful and interesting. So I think I asked them, can I bring it back? They said, sure.
Okay.
And next time I go back, because every year I go to Taiwan 2-3 times for training. So I asked my partner, please book check-in for me. And luckily I already there is a room available. So when I check in, I show this card and ask them, can I still use this card?
Okay, so you mean that you still keeping it because there something unexpected?
Yes.
Right.
And it touched me. And I think that's very important. For example, for hotel business, most people compete about price, facility, service.
Yes.
These are the common edges of hotel business. Maybe this is also similar to technology, the development of their hotel, right? So, but this is public transportation. This is also called remix.
Right.
Remix the function of traffic car and room car.
Okay. So, audience, this is the check-in card for the hotel in Taiwan. However, it can be the transport. You can use this one to buy the transport.
You don't need to buy because there's money. You just need to put money.
Just put money
and then you.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's one kind of innovation, the soft innovation. You see that some hotel and most hotel they spend a lot of time on decoration,
service facility.
However, this hotel they invest on discount. And
compared to the cost of the building the hotel, it's nothing.
Yes, it's nothing, and it's common use for this check-in. That we can use on check-in, check-out, enter the room.
Right.
However, it's having another benefit, right?
Yes. Can I keep it?
Yeah, sure.
So these are the one example of soft innovation in hotel business.
Yeah.
So something your competitor in hotel business will never notice.
Yes.
But can touch your customer. Because their customer is a traveler. They are new to the city and they need this car.
Yes.
So this is the way they are able to see something different or think from a customer. Real user perspective. Yes, I think that's very important.
Okay. So that's something that you really touch the user, and they share that information to other people.
Yes. So every time I report, for example, I share this card to more people check in hotel.
So if we want to go to the Taiwan, right? So we just go there.
Yes.
Okay. So I see in the Certified Scrum Product workshop, you share with participant about the dimension technique. Can you share more on that with
Okay, actually, this is related because just now we talk about soft innovation, but also you need to think of what other possible creative edges, soft creative edges, and usually many teams using brainstorm.
Yeah.
But my observation, most people are not trained how to brainstorm. They just write sticky note or something and sharing. That's not in. There should be a kind of more structured way to brainstorm, or there's a flow or process to of brainstorm.
Yes.
And so Da Vinci technique is I teach in my course to how to effectively brainstorm more soft edges.
Can you give some example?
For example, For example, imagine this is a coffee. What's that used for? What is function?
Putting water inside. Okay.
What's the function of coffee? This coffee?
Container bottle.
I mean the coffee. What's the function of coffee?
Function of coffee to what keeps people up.
Wake people up. What else?
Maybe we had a social
talking. Yeah, actually, you on the way here to this venue, and I see there are so many coffee shops.
Yes.
And one source of my inspiration is called Liquid Network. Or Coffee Network. I think that's kind of incubator for Vietnam innovation. Yeah. Oh, back to coffee. Sorry. Yeah. Actually, most people one thing is this coffee is to awaken people, or it's a flavor, smell, or but there are more functions. For example, there are color. Coffee is the color brown. Also, there are some other characteristics. For example, temperature.
Yes, hot, something cold with ice.
Right. So actually, and also these are liquid. So maybe you can use to put up the fires. Once there's fire, you can use coffee. But most people will ignore this kind of function.
Yes.
It's mostly because the name coffee. So they make their thinking way of thinking is only confined to by the name.
Right.
But Da Vinci technique is think from its characteristic. For example, color, temperature, or flavor, the taste, or what kind of element, or as a liquid, what's kind of for example into your fire, to put on fire. So there are some thoughts also related to this characteristic of liquid. So first for one thing you want to innovate or one idea, think of possible categories or characteristics of this thing, and then use that as edges or directions to think what are the choices or options of different edge. Color is an edge, temperature is an edge, and then from this and to see different variations. After you see many variations, then you see which combination, a choice of each category combined together. Yes.
To make a new one.
Yes. So there are a lot of categories, and from the categories, then you can do diverge to see what are the options, which location will make this for more romantic.
Okay. So that in summary, that the soft innovations that you find some category of the product and connect them
common category or common element. Yes.
Diversity is your technique, right? How on marketing, you know any others methods?
Actually, I one thing I'm not sure. So one source of this kind of ideas. I was the first certified coach. That's one thing that's very important. Why? How did I know this idea? That's very important, right? Sometimes I can be the first or the beginners of learn some new ideas.
Right.
So that's very important. I think that's very important for ourselves to be innovative. So one thing I like I'm very good at is called NQ, networking quotient. So actually it's from the idea is from the book. The book is called Cracking Creativity.
Okay.
The Secrets of Creative Genius by Michael Michiko. It's from Bulgaria or Hungary or East Europe.
Yeah.
And the book is from Terry Chong, our co-trainer in the course. Yes. And actually, so there are on this book there are hundreds of different. Every Da technique is only one thinking tools. What are the way to think, how to brainstorm, and cracking creativity give us not another 100 thinking tools. So another interesting book of same author, Michael Michiko, is called Thinking Twice, the handbook of creative thinking technique. So these are the source for inspire me, because at the beginning, I know the idea of you need to find a soft edge, but the challenge is there a process or method to find the soft edge.
Yes.
And I bear this problem in mind, and from my network, I talked to Terry, and Terry told me, okay, maybe you should take a look at his book, Michael's book, and inspire me to create this kind. There are more, I think another very important source for software innovation is called parallel thinking. How to think from a kind of different edge perspective. And unfortunately, these things, this kind of creative toolbox are not taught. It's not in our school system. So in school or even in university, we don't teach this. So another source, expert of this kind of parallel thinking is called Edward de Bono. And one of his book is very famous in industry. It's called the Six Thinking Hat.
The Six Thinking Hat.
And so Six Thinking Hat is the most famous parallel thinking tool. And
so in different contexts we use different hats, different color.
Right. Also he has a lot of books about this. So these are the two guys, I think, the hero in this world. To give me inspiration on how to find software innovation.
If anyone want to know more about this Six Thinking Hats, looking for the book from Edward de Bono. Okay. So talking about the challenge, innovation is not a one-time event, but continuously practice for each individual, teams, and organizations. But what I observed that there are many challenges. Can you share some kind of challenge you see?
Right. One thing I think very important is called knowledge silo. Knowledge silo, it means in organizations, team member or employee have different skill set, different knowledge. Usually there are kind of handover things.
Yes.
For example, one example, I'm building train ticket. There is one very famous place of interest in Italy is called Cinque Terre. It's 5 villages, but near the beach.
Yes.
But if you search for the train ticket, you cannot use Cinque Terre because there's no station called Cinque Terre.
Yes.
But so you need to talk to some people or tour guide which village to go because basically it's 5 villages and the station name is named after the 5 villages.
Okay.
I mean, this kind of knowledge, for example, in most organizations, only the tour guide or customer service will know this.
Yes. Few people know.
Even product manager have no idea about Cinque Terre. I mean, this is one example. There are there are millions of this kind of thing. But if I'm a developer, I know there is a challenge of finding Cinque Terre stations.
Right.
It's very easy for me to apply some function or using kind of suggestion to stress. People you can type in Cinque Terre in Vietnamese, in Japanese, so you don't need to Google and then find the station. Give me some suggestion. So this kind of knowledge, because of handover of work or expertise or skill set, will get lost in handover. And actually, for inert organization, we need to make use of such kind of information.
Knowledge, information.
Right. But it's very hard to break the wall, the barrier. So that's why luckily in my organization, we do different. So we do different. Even though I'm developer, technique, but I'm still customer service. So I know my customers, my travelers' problem. So I can give them. So I can capture the idea, the pain, and I answer their question. At the same time, I can, implement some functions to solve their problem for other travelers. So that's how we do different. In my organization, we call it BTS, Breakthrough Organization. Basically, one person can do from end to end. Yes, that's something. But it's very hard because you need to have multiple skill.
Yes. So it means that people they need to gain the knowledge so that they have more information to make decision
and choose what to do.
Right. So the challenge in the organizations that people they just know just a little. Like developer the front end, developer
I don't know C# or I don't know Flutter.
Yes. Or even they don't know about the domain on the product they build. So it's very hard to make decision.
Yes. Another I think is very important is it's called judgmental. What judgmental is people like innovation, but product manager has new ideas. But a lot of people, even some on top of the company, they will challenge the reasoning behind the logic. They need to prove it before they can start making it. I think that's a big mistake because sometimes it's just, I call it heuristics. Heuristic, what is heuristic means? Heuristic. It's kind of educated guess. What educated? I'm experienced in travel business, but so I know it's kind of guess. Guess means it could be wrong. But based on my experience in this industry, it possibly work. So we apply a lot of, and this I try to differ using the real data to prove it or disapprove it, and it's failable. This kind of heuristic is failable, but that's fine.
You are the founder of XMove and the main developer of a small team. How traveler and travel agency all around were using your product to buy train tickets. Even a big player like Alibaba and more other countries Using your API to buy the train ticket. Why do you keep motivating innovation continues?
I think one thing I think very important is to see the small, be able to solve small and very specific problem. So because in our breakthrough organization, I'm able to talk to our traveler users directly and solve their problem, and I can directly feel their gratitude, and also that's kind of make a lot of fulfillment after this because I helped them. So I think it's be able to capture or find the small specific problem and try to solve it. Even it's only for the specific problem, but in general it solves some bigger for more travelers for one railway. So you can apply to much broader area. And another is I think very important is maintain a kind of playful mindset. So it's not under kind of pressure, just try to like endless a game never ending.
Right.
And sometimes, as kind of innovation, you need kind of less kind of pressure, but there are some rules. And then you can, be able to find some more aha opportunities. That's very important.
Okay, so what I understand that carrying to the problem from the end user, from the customer, and applying mindfulness and continuous finding idea to solve the problem.
Also another strategy is I usually reserve, for example, in my organization for myself, reserve 20% of time to do something, it's not in my agenda or original plan. I call it throw dice. Throw dice. So this kind of dice, some will fail, that's fine. It's a playful anyway. But a lot of give me inspiration or make my product also is very, very unique.
Yes, I understand. I see that through the dice, see the certified Scrum product owner game. So it's very interesting.
Yes, true.
And I see that you have applied a lot of sub-innovation in your product. Can you share some of them?
For example, one edge, or creative edge is transparency. So I'm working with one of the biggest travel agency in Japan now. I live in Japan, Tokyo now. So one thing is, my price, the ticket you found on XMove, for example, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, our price is the same as the official website.
Right. So,
but the price in Japan, each ticket is 20% higher, more expensive. So there's no transparency. It's kind of a edge.
Right.
Another, for example, is language. For the train companies, they have their app or website or some kind of our competitors, they do it there. But for example, people in Vietnam, not many people, most people can speak English.
Right.
Or for example, they go to Austrian railway, they need to use German to search.
Right.
So Vienna, for example, VIENA, it's English. If you want to search from Austrian railway, you should use WIEN, which is German.
Right.
German. So these are the things help. For example, in Japan market, if I can find the capability of search of station suggestion for Japanese people, then already no other competitor do it.
Okay, so it means that in your application you still separate into the category, right? So that you can disclose more things and combine.
Right. Another example, another interesting example is called way of interaction with your target customer. Because usually, you go to website, but how about you want to cancel and refund? You know, so here one idea of this trip to Vietnam. Maybe I provide Zalo customer service for your train booking to train refund. So these are the unexpected. So these are the kind of way of interaction, how you interact with your customer. Is also a kind of creative edge because no other people do it. Most big company, they never heard of Zalo thing, right? Because it's only used in Vietnam, right?
So currently we have the AI as a trend. So I see that there are more than 60 million people using ChatGPT, and what do you think about the taking advantage of AI to gain innovation for the products?
So far, to be honest, I haven't applied this for innovation because I believe there are need some experience or heuristic to do that. It still takes some time for AI to take over. But it helped me a lot. For example, I'm working with German railway, and this afternoon I had a call with a Spanish railway, a new railway company. And when I work with them before, I need to think of the big vision, also the how to design the flow, how to do the mapping. But now also even the very small detail or technical detail, with help of ChatGPT, I'm able to delegate this kind of boring task to ChatGPT, and so I can focus my attention on the overall design and the high level things. I don't need to kind of zoom in and zoom out on different kind of level of abstraction. So that's helped me a lot. Also, it help us with content generation.
So thank you very much, Daniel. Is there anything you want to add to the audience about the innovation that we haven't covered yet?
I think I teach this CSPO course, Agile Development. There is an Agile Manifesto. So I also have my reflection of being doing this kind of innovation, software innovation for a while. I think one reflection is kind of aha manifesto, So something. So it's like kind of my guiding principle to how to be more innovative. So one thing is we should focus on the trivial, specific, detailed things over kind of big idea, abstract idea, big dream, and another kind of usually think we have a lot of money, a lot of investor, a lot of resource, a scientist, developer kind of. But actually, I think differently. So you can have nowadays, because of the advance of technology, AI, sometimes this kind of scarcity, short of resource, short of money, can make you more innovative, because that's force you onto the corner of the wall. Then you can be more smarter, more clever. Also, it kind of it's not kind of a linear process. It's like a maze. I will say in my course, it's like a dynamic maze, and you try to link in a hyperlink between the dots, and it can become after kind of iteration, maybe fall back, maybe some push forward. So it's kind of a back and forth effort. So that's my summary of aha.
Yes, I see that in today's session you mentioned very many famous names, Seth Godin, Michael Michalko, and some other people is about innovation, right?
Yes.
So thank you very much for joining us today. And sharing a very valuable insight on product innovation. Throughout the discussion, we have explored the significance of innovation, learn about the technique, the diversity, the approach, and experience. deeper understand how creativity and out of the box thinking, like Newton, Apple, right?
Interesting. We are sitting here,
Right.
thinking in a box.
Right, we are thinking out.
Think out of the box.
Yeah. As conclusion, we encourage our audience to embrace the power of innovation, to continuously seeking new opportunities to and cultivate a culture of creativity with the organizations. And remember that innovation knows that there is no boundary, and that's the willingness to change. Conventional thinking is what propels us toward progress. But again, thank you very much for the time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes.